Hello, I'm CarnivalBen and we're here in Glastonbury at the carnival lineup for the last carnival of the season. We've got very few maintenance jobs to do today. I'm not even sure if I'll fill up the smoke machines because they're not really using more than about half a tank per carnival. So all the smoke machines probably got plenty of fluid in them already. I think all we need to do is just switch it all on, make sure everything works, make sure the moving works, and that's pretty much all we've got to do today. This is where we all spend our Glastonbury Carnival days. Nice cup of tea at Larry's. So it's nearly 7 o'clock. The carnival's just about to start right at the other end. We're quite far back, so it's going to be a while before we move or have to do anything. We haven't even got any people on yet. We'll get them on as soon as things start to move. I've powered up the generator. Nearly time to get people on for the last time. Well, I think we should probably start moving in about maybe 20 minutes or so. On the car, we've started moving up the lineup. We've got a little way to go before the start, but not too far. Everybody's on, we've got everything lit up, the music going, and the smoke machines going. So all we got to do now is wait for the start, and then we're off. The last time this season. you. We got an ambulance coming past, so you might have to move in a bit. We got an ambulance coming, so you might have to move in a little bit. end of the carnival procession for the final carnival this year. We had a fantastic season, everything went really well, really good crowd tonight, lots of people in the crowd shouting my name, fantastic. Now we need to head back to Wales, we need to split down the units, head on back to Wales, put a tractor on to pull the main trailer back into the shed. So we got a bit to do tonight before we get home. We got a bit to do in the morning as well. So we're not quite done yet. I'm now just following on behind the carnival float. We just got to go on this link road a little way before we can get everybody off. I just jumped in my car because I need my car with me, and that was parked to where we started. So we're just moving up as far as we can go, and then we'll get everybody off, switch the generator off, and then we've got a few little jobs to do before we head on back to Wales to prepare the car ready for getting back into the shed.
Switched off in the padlock there.
Okay, you off now?
Yes.
Right. See ya. Thanks, mate. Time to turn the generator off for the last time. Breaking down here. As you are. Come on, 3 foot. So now I've got to spend a little bit of time taking a few things apart here, because it's a lot easier to do it here on the bypass on a nice straight flat road than it is back at the shed, where it's muddy and horrible there. What are you doing now? So I'm now just going to pull underneath the front drawbar so I can arrange these main cables slightly better for getting back into the shed. So this spiral of cables is what helps us go around the corners without the cables getting all pulled and ripped apart. And they're all held on by bungee cords and cable ties. So I'm just taking all that off and I'm going to push the cables back up into there, right out of the way, so we don't have any problems with them as we do the final split down and get everything back in the shed. So that's everything we needed to do before we set off. We're now heading back on the short little journey back to Wells. Now our shed is quite tricky to get in and out of, so to make it a bit easier, we're going to take the decorated lorry off of the front of the main trailer and put a tractor on instead. The generator's not going back in the shed tonight. We're going to leave that in a yard out in town somewhere so that it makes it a bit easier to lift off the generator and have that sent back. Once that's done, we can then get it back into the shed, but we won't do that until the morning. The generator is due to be picked up at about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we're going to be back down here early, probably about 7 o'clock, to disconnect the generator, all the main cables, the e-stop system. We've also got to unbolt the steel frame in the roof above the generator so the crane can get in there and lift out the set. So we just pulled up in Wells. We now have to take the decorated lorry off of the main trailer, put a tractor on here, and then we can take both units back to the shed. So there we go, the tractor all hitched up. Gonna follow on behind now, back to the shed. We're now heading up the lane that is adjacent to our shed. We have a tight left-hand corner to get into the shed, which is going to happen just up here. It's a bit difficult to see from here, but the main trailer is now just making that left-hand turn into the field. Good morning. I've had a few hours sleep and I'm now back at where we've parked the generator trailer. We now need to prepare the generator to be lifted off with a crane onto a lorry so that it can be taken away. I need to disconnect the main cables, disconnect the e-stop cables, pull that back as it should be, and then unbolt the steelwork across the top so that the crane can get in there and lift the set out. These are all the cables that supply the lightning effect and the clouds up on top of the generator. Easiest thing is just to cut through all these, because this top bit is going to come off. So I'm just going to cut through all these cables here. So this is the connection I made to the e-stop. This is my e-stop cable coming in here. So I'm going to take this off and put that back to the e-stop on the generator. This is where the main connections. This is where the main connections are made into the generator. So these 4 sets of wires need to come off. So the generator's all disconnected and the steelwork at the top has mostly been unbolted. The lorry's just arrived to pick up the generator. So we'll get the crane ready, lift the roof off, get the set out onto the back of the lorry, and then we're ready to take it back to the shed. So while we've been getting the generator off, a couple of others have been down here getting the main trailer back in the shed. The generator trailer's just been backed in now. So that's the generator trailer in. Next we've got to put the decorated lorry in front of that.